Sasha in an extraordinary show of support, King Charles III addressed the Canadian Parliament today, speaking directly to concerns over U.S. President Donald Trump's repeated threats to annex Canada, remarks that have drawn global attention. Delivering a rare speech from the throne, King Charles told lawmakers in both English and French that Canada is facing unprecedented challenges in a world he says hasn't been this dangerous since World War II. The true north is indeed strong and free, he declared, a pointed nod to Canadian sovereignty. The speech wasn't written by the King but by Prime Minister Mark Carney's government, a symbolic and political response to President Trump's recent rhetoric suggesting the U.S. should annex its northern neighbor. The King praised Canada's multicultural roots, its bilingual identity, and its embrace of Indigenous heritage, and reminded the nation of its full independence and constitutional strength. Canada has become bold, ambitious, and innovative, Charles said. Freedom and democracy were under threat then, and today Canada faces another critical moment. Carney, elected on a platform promising to confront Trump's growing aggression, invited the King to send a clear diplomatic message. One met with military pomp, a 21-gun salute, and hundreds of cheering Canadians outside Parliament. The King also outlined the Canadian government's priorities, reinvesting in its military, protecting French language and Quebec's culture, and diversifying military and trade alliances, including new ties with the European Union's rearm plan, pointedly omitting any U.S. involvement. Visual, Ambassador Pete Hoekstra's CBC interview. Meanwhile, U.S. Ambassador Pete Hoekstra downplayed the tensions, telling CBC that Canadians shouldn't overreact and that there are easier ways to send a message than calling in the King. The monarch's visit, his 20th to Canada and first as King, ended with a stop at the National War Memorial before his return to London, but for many Canadians, the message was clear: their head of state stands with them, as their closest ally grows more unpredictable.